A good night of Shabbos. Good night of Shabbos. It's good. It's Friday. It's Friday once again. Freitag, going into Shabbos. It's the day that all the machines are turned off. As we know that we're machines, kind of like robots to some extent, and we operate we're in a factory. And it keeps moving. As you move, there's action and there's reaction. So during the week, for 6 days, we are forced to be in action. We are forced to be chomer ulevenim. Sheshes yom tava v'sisakol malachtecha. You have no choice, even if you lay in bed and you're resting, sitting on the beach. There is still no menicha. There's no menicha sanefesh. But come Shabbos bu menicha, you get to relax because the machines are shutting down and we operate in a different vibration. We're in a different frequency altogether. It's a place of oinig, place of tainug. Have a glass of wine, sitting around the table with the family. So, what is the Torah teaching us? How is the Torah giving us the book, the Sefer? It's a book, it's a consciousness, and it's telling us how to separate our chomer from the neshama, how to recognize, how to expose the neshama. So the Eibishter tells Moshe, "Boy al pare kanich balati es leiv es liboy." So first of all, the Eibishter tells him that Aleph base, boy, you come to Pare because I harden his heart. I harden his heart. Ich gemach schwer the heart. Es leiv havadav. Which is that we are living in the Lev Pare. We are here in the vessel of Pare. Because I should be able to, let me see if there's something in this Antargum, l'shavo, okay, to level, l'shavo, to level out. I should be able to expose, to show up my tzeichenes. Asosai is first of all, it's also Aleph Tuf, and there's a Yud in there. So Asosai is to expose, to show up. And as we used that mashal already, that when you put on a fire, when a fire goes up, and if there is no wood, it's just a fire without a shape. But when you put the logs in, that's when we see the shape of the fire. That's when we see, we can start seeing something. It takes shape. So we are the logs, and what we're going through in life, any type of struggle that we have, any type of struggle that we are experiencing, is because there is a higher consciousness that wants to come in, and without that, we wouldn't be able to see it. Without the squeeze, we wouldn't be able to see it. In other words, the squeeze is here. We are not the squeeze. The squeeze is just the screen. And we get caught up sometimes that we're trying to better. We want more rather than surrendering to finding where it's at. And where is it at? As the Eibishter tells him, first let me go into a quick sikh here from the Rebbe. There's something called there's a paroi of kedusha, and there is this paroi of kedusha is such a high place that we cannot process this in the body. We can't feel this in the body. We cannot go. It's too high of a frequency. So we have to give a bitter to the guf. We have to give a bitter to where it's at in order for that. So it goes from both sides. From one hand, we need to go into this squeeze in order for us to recognize, because if everything in empty space, we don't recognize the potential of the space. Once you start putting in the furniture and you lay out the house, that's when you can see you see the potential and everything comes to light. The space becomes alive. The empty space becomes alive and it has value. Now, in order to do that, we have to first get into the body in order for us to be able to recognize the empty space, and that's when it takes up value. We're going to a different vibration, a different frequency that you were not aware of before. And the more the squeeze, the more the pinch, the deeper you have to go, and you find a deeper meaning and a deeper source of flow. Now, the way to do this is what ultimately released the grip, what forced Paro to release his grip, even no matter how tough things got and how heavy they became, how hardened he was, what he had to let go is once we remove the head. Makas b'chayres. When you get out of your head and you get into the heart and remember something, that wherever the pain is, wherever you're feeling the pain, that's where the light is coming from. That's what's pushing, and that is the door that's the door that's hot. That's where you want to go to. Otherwise, you don't know where you want to get. There's many entrances, there's many tunnels. Many entrances, many tunnels. We don't know where you come. I'm asking what I'm asking for. I don't even know where to begin. But when you're feeling, when it's heavy, wherever the heaviness is, wherever you're experiencing the block, that's where the door is. That's where you need to go through, and that's where you're going to find. So getting out of the head, makas b'chayres, getting out of the head and going into the heart. So there's two things happening over here. There is a squeeze in the heart, and then there is the removal of the head. With all the pain that's going on in the Welt, with all the pain that the world is experiencing in Klal Yisrael, which is it's heavy stuff. With all the pain, you cannot process this through the regular channels, which it's climbing, making sense of A, B, and C. It's too much pain. The wires are burnt. It's damaged. It's down to the core. There's no way out. You cannot these wires cannot be used again. My brain has gone through so much trauma from whatever it was, and everybody has their way of how they're entering into this world, how they came in. But remember, it's just your light pushing and wants to go through, and the wires that are burned are not here. You don't have to play and fix them, because that's a 20-year process. And at this age, at this stage of the game, nobody has that time and patience. We're too high conscience to deal with, to take 20 years. We can get in there in a minute, just by following the heart, breathing into the heart, opening up to love, finding, what do I want? Finding my menicha. What do I really connect to? Yes, put everything out there, but where am I really at peace? When I'm sitting with myself, Shabbos by the table, or with my children, husband, wife, husband, friends. And that's how we go out of Mitzrayim. So have an awesome Shabbos. Don't forget to be grateful. Don't forget to be grateful. To be grateful what you have. Some don't even have what you have. And some for sure not have all you have. So if you want to get into the heart, is by starting to nitpick as to be grateful to what you do have. And that's where the magic happens. But here I'm struggling, and here I don't know. That is, you're still stuck in the head. So if you want a direction, is you can start by taking 3 or 4 things that you are grateful for. Just being grateful for having food on your table. To be grateful that everybody is healthy. To be grateful that somebody needs a refu and I can daven for him, to send him love and give him compassion, and it's bringing out something from within me instead of letting it pull you down and into the spin, into the grinder. Because that is oirev, that is pare. Keep in mind, Pare wanted to hold the children hostage. He didn't want to let the children go. He wanted to hold the heart, the heartbeat, what gives us hope, the creativity. So have an awesome Shabbos, and Simcha. Don't forget to be happy. Simcha, gratitude. Good Shabbos.